All right, beginner class, we're going to talk about study. Study is a finger-picking exercise. Before we start this, we have to remember that our fingers have jobs when we do finger picking. Our thumb is responsible for the lowest E, A, and D strings. So every time the tablature calls for an E string, an A string, or a D string to be plucked, you'd use your thumb. Every single time it calls for a G string to be plucked, you would use your index pointer finger. Every time a B string, your middle finger, and every time a high E string, your ring finger. And so really, the thumb has 3 jobs, and your other fingers only have 1 each. And now, don't fall into the trap of thinking you have to hammer down on these to hit them. Just brush them gently. So if I were playing a C chord and I was playing the 5th string with my thumb, and then I could gently let the other strings, or let my fingers hit those other strings, like, here, I'll try and get the whole guitar in. I'm not playing very hard right now. I'm just rolling my fingers. Okay, so when we know that, we have to take a look at study and say, okay, in study, the lowest, I'm only reading the tablature, the lowest line is the lowest, thickest E string, and the highest line is the highest pitched E string. In class I mentioned this, but I'll mention it again, that what you should do when you start a new piece, especially something like this, is look for patterns. And so I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to take a look really quickly. There's 16 bars of music here without repeats, and I can see that on the first bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7th bar and the 8th bar, and then 9, 10, the 10th bar, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So I wrote it in there. I wrote the letter C because I can play a C chord and get the finger in there. So in the first bar it says 3, 1. Well, if I'm playing a C chord there, that 3 is in a C chord and that 1 is in a C chord. So that already takes care of 6 of these 16 bars. And then you can see some of them are open. You don't have to do anything for open. You just open up your hands and let the strings ring. So there's another 5 bars. So by my count, that's 11 bars taking care of a C. If you play a C chord or you don't play anything, that's 11 bars of music. And then there's this 3-3 business, which I play like this. I play it with my middle, and I'll show you later why, and my ring finger. And that 3-3 position, I'll just call it 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, which means 15 of 16 bars are played with a C chord, with nothing, or with this 3-3 position. Which is, so that already takes, you only have to be able to do 3 things to play all of them, and there's only 1 bar left, and that's got, it's got this 1 and 2, and that kind of reminds me of a C chord. So it's kind of like a lower C. This would be a C chord. If I moved my index and my middle finger down a string, don't worry about my ring finger at all, that's the last position there. So I'll just call that one L for last. So really, I've got a C chord, open, 3-3, and that last position. That'll take me through the whole thing. After that, I just have to read left to right and play those frets and play those positions, and I'll be good. So I'm probably going to butcher this because I just probably will. But if you watch this hand here, I should be playing all the bass notes with my thumb, and every time it's an index, that's what I'm going to play there. So for example, the first 2 bars are 3, 1 and 3, 3, and I'm going to play that with a C chord. 3, 1. I did that for effect. Normally I'd play it like this. Thumb, middle, and then I just slide my finger up. See, this finger's already in position. Slide it up and put down my ring, and then I've got 3, 3. So I've got 3, 1, 3, 3, open, open, 2, 1, open, open, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3. That's the first 8 bars there. That's the last 8 bars. So again, I'm playing C position, 3 position, open position, last position, open position, 3 position, C position, C, open position, C position, 3 position, open position, C position, 3 position, open position, C. The 2 times I kind of flubbed it there, it's because I kept trying to play the lowest C bass note on that C position, even though it was 2-1 instead of a 3. Had I been saying the frets along the way, I may not have made that mistake, but that's okay. You get an idea of what's going on here, and you can always come see me in class, but the real trick here is to kind of label things to give yourself a roadmap of sorts to know what those positions are, and know that you can get by with just really a C chord, that 3 position, open strings, and what I called the last position. We'll learn more about that later. Okay, have a great day. Come see me in class if you have any questions at all.